Who is Pepe Marti? The Spanish Formula 2 racing driver has come to my attention as a result of his recent performances, as well as someone in the comments requesting that I do this type of video around him. If you want to request the next driver, make sure you put the name down in the comments. Let me know who you want to see next, and we'll get into that in a future video. So, who is Pepe Marti? He is a Formula racer. He's in single-seaters at the moment within FIA Formula 2, and he has had quite an interesting junior career. The Spanish driver is very exciting to watch, so shall we get into it and talk all about him? So, Pepe Marti is 18 years old and from Spain. He started go-karting at around 11 years of age. He made his single-seater debut in 2021. He has recently become a part of the Red Bull Driver Academy, and if you didn't know, he is signed to the management of Formula 1 driver Fernando Alonso. Now, that is massively important for his future career. Now, if you look at Oscar Piastri, he is linked with Mark Webber, and that aided in getting him his seat with McLaren and his contract to Alpine before that. So, Pepe Marti has made an incredible decision to sign with Fernando Alonso. If you haven't already, make sure you hit that subscribe button down below or in this top corner. We're trying to hit 300 subscribers by the end of April, and I know that you can help me do it by clicking that red button down below. So make sure you do that, and I'll let you get back to the video. So let's take a look into Pepe Marti's karting record. He spent around 3 years in karting. Well, there's 3 years of data for him in karting. He spent 2 years with the Tony Kart racing team. He spent a year with KR Motorsport SRL. He did win the Spanish Junior Championships in 2019, and that was the only major achievement I could find from his karting career. But he did find himself into the Formula Racing Series, and that is what is important for his career. So if we now take a look at his single-seater record, he raced in Formula 4 in the United Arab Emirates. He also raced in the Formula 4 Spanish Championship. He raced in Formula Regional Asia. He raced in FIA Formula 3 just last year. Was it last year or the year before? But he's been in Formula 3 recently. He also raced in Formula Regional in the Middle East, and he's now currently in FIA Formula 2 and has put on a good show for himself recently. So in Pepe Marti's Formula 4 time, so when he's had Formula 4 cars, it was in 2021. He took a win, a pole and a podium in the Formula 4 UAE. He finished P7 in that championship. In Formula 4 Spain, he wasn't exactly much better. He finished on the podium a lot more, and he ended up finishing third in the championship. He won only one extra race though, so it's one of those where those podium points make all the difference. So that is impressive to start off his single-seater career. Let's now get into the next one. So in Formula Regional, he took part in Formula Regional Asia in 2022 and Formula Regional Middle East in 2023. He won 2 races over both series, collecting 7 podiums. He finished second in the championship in 2022, and despite winning 2 races in Formula Regional Middle East, he only finished 26th in the championship. Next up, we have his Formula 3 career. Now, in 2022, I believe he only raced in a couple of races and he finished 26th in the championship. But in 2023, he was much more prepared and achieved a lot more with 4 podiums, 3 wins, 2 poles, and 5 championships, 5th in the championship. Most of his single-seater career has been with Campos Racing, and that is still the same to this day and during this period. This season in Formula 3 gave him the opportunity to step up to Formula 2. That is what we're going to talk all about next. So Pepe Marti currently sits 6th in the championship. He struggled a bit most recently at Jeddah, despite his opening brilliance at Bahrain, where he took 2 podiums. Now, Pepe Marti had a really good weekend in Bahrain, but it just shows the the gulf in quality in Formula 2. One weekend you can be right at the front, and another weekend you can be well out of it. We've seen the likes of Victor Martins go through a bit of a struggle, and Pepe Marti went through that this weekend at Jeddah, and that is why he's currently sitting 6th in the championship. So that is everything that you need to know about Pepe Marti. He has a bright future ahead of him, being linked to the Red Bull Junior Academy. And I'm sure whether it be in Formula 1, sports cars, endurance racing, I'm sure that Red Bull will help him find a way into motorsport. Fernando Alonso could have a massive influence on his career. As you look at the links that he has within the paddock, he's got good relationships with most of the team principals, and despite recent spats with Alpine, I'm sure if there was a seat available and Marti was showing enough quality, I'm sure Alonso would be able to get his foot in the door. Now, what we have to talk about with Pepe Marti is he coming up at the right time? You look at Formula 2 right now, and you've got Ollie Behrman, Victor Martins, Zane Maloney, Kimi Antonelli. You've got Isaac Hadjar, Enzo Fittipaldi. You've got all these big names coming through in the sport. They all have, pretty much all of them have links to Formula 1 teams. And yes, Pepe Marti is linked to Red Bull Racing, but is he going to get that seat? Is he going to get a seat in Formula 1 anytime soon? In my opinion, I don't think he's going to be able to make that step up just quite yet. Now, I think that Red Bull, with their 4 seats, I think they've got an opportunity to do something great. But I think we've seen in recent years their move to a more experienced lineup with their second team, with Daniel Ricciardo and Yuki Tsunoda this year. I think that is going to hinder the opportunities for their young drivers. Now, Pepe Marti could absolutely blow away the championship this year. Now, we've seen it happen before with the likes of Oscar Piastri, Mick Schumacher, where the season doesn't start amazingly, but the consistency throughout the season then ends up rewarding them with championships. So it is possible that Pepe Marti could win this championship and, like the former champions, not end up with a seat in Formula 1. You look at the likes of Callum Ilott, Felipe Drugovich, Teo Pourchaire, Fred Vesti, all who have had incredible championships in Formula 2 but haven't been able to find themselves a seat in Formula 1. Now, this is the problem at the moment with the junior formulas. They might be providing top quality racers, but there's not enough seats in Formula 1 to get them in, to give them an opportunity to show what they're worth. We saw with Ollie Behrman this weekend in Jeddah that some of them do have the capabilities to jump in that machinery and perform. And I think if Ollie Behrman had had a full weekend, I think he could have finished in the top 5. But he didn't. He took pole in Formula 2 and then was chucked in the car for FP3. Now, Pepe Marti could do something similar, but I don't think it's going to happen anytime soon. Obviously, Red Bull Racing and Racing Bulls both have Liam Lawson. There's plenty of drivers in that Red Bull lineup who could potentially be ahead of Pepe Marti, and that's something that he's going to have to contend with throughout the next period of his career. Now, if you have enjoyed this video, make sure you hit that like button. Make sure you hit the subscribe button too and share it with all your friends. If they are Spanish, let them know all about Pepe Marti and show what a talent he could be in the future. If you want your request done in the next video, make sure you let me know who you want to see next in the comments down below, and I'll catch you in the next video. Make sure to go and find me on TikTok, pictured here, and Twitter, pictured here. These are the places where I'll keep you all up to date with all my upcoming videos and my thoughts and feelings around the Formula 1 and football weekend.